In the bustling city of Enugu, Nigeria, where skyscrapers rose beside dusty markets, lived Chief Chakobi, a man of immense wealth. He was the owner of oil companies, estates, and even private jets. To the world, he had everything: power, money, influence, and women at his feet. But deep inside, he felt an emptiness that no amount of wealth could fill. One rainy evening, his driver missed a turn and the Rolls-Royce got stuck on a flooded street near the slums. As Chek stepped out in frustration, he heard a soft, haunting melody drifting through the rain. Following the sound, he saw her, a young woman, barefoot, sitting under a leaking zinc roof, playing an old wooden flute. Her beauty was like something carved by angels, but her eyes, they were cloudy, unfocused. She was blind. "Who taught you to play like that?" he asked, moved by the sorrow in her tone. She smiled faintly, not turning her head. "I play what I feel. Music is my way of seeing the world." Her name was Amara. She was poor, living with her younger brother in a shack since their parents had died years back. Chek found himself strangely drawn to her, more than he had ever been to the glamorous socialites who threw themselves at him. Chek began visiting her secretly, bringing food, clothes, and books in Braille. At first, Amara resisted his kindness, suspecting pity. But he told her one evening, "Amara, I don't see blindness. I see light when I hear your voice." She touched his face gently, her fingers tracing his jaw, his eyes. "I don't know what you look like, Chief. But your heart, I can feel it." Their bond grew. He listened to her stories, her laughter, even her fears. In turn, he shared the pains of his own life, the loneliness of wealth, the fake smiles of people who wanted him only for money. For the first time, Chek felt human. But love is never without enemies. Word spread quickly that the mighty Chief Obi was entangled with a blind girl from the slums. His business partners mocked him, his family ridiculed him. "Are you mad, Chek?" his elder brother barked. "You want to ruin our name over a beggar girl who cannot even see you." Even worse, Emeka, a notorious area boy who had long lusted after Amara, began threatening her. One night as she walked home, a shadow followed. "You think because a rich man touches you, you are now untouchable," Emeka hissed, grabbing her arm. She screamed, and neighbors chased him off, but fear lingered. Chek doubled his security around her. Still, danger lurked. One stormy night, Chek invited Amara to a grand gala at his mansion. He wanted the world to see her, not as a blind girl, but as the queen of his heart. She wore a simple flowing dress he had bought her, and though she could not see the chandeliers or the glittering gowns around her, she held herself with quiet dignity. But whispers filled the hall. Some laughed openly. One wealthy woman sneered, "A blind rat in a palace." Amara's heart broke. She slipped away into the garden, tears streaming. Chek found her trembling near the fountain. "Chek," she said softly, "I love you, but your world will never accept me. And I don't want to be the reason they drag you down." He pulled her close, whispering fiercely, "Amara, love isn't about the eyes. It's about the heart. And mine beats for you, only you." But fate was not finished testing them. One evening, as Amara returned from teaching children flute in the slum, Emeka and his gang cornered her. They kidnapped her, demanding ransom from Chek. The call came at midnight. "Bring 50 million naira or forget your blind lover." Chek's blood froze. He sent the money, but when his men found her, she was lying unconscious in the abandoned warehouse. Beaten. Broken. Her flute shattered beside her. For hours, Chek stayed by her hospital bed, praying like a child. "God, take everything I have, just don't take her." When Amara woke, her first words were not of fear but of love. "Chek, I knew you would come." Months passed. Chek spared no expense on her healing. He brought specialists from abroad. One doctor gave him a thin sliver of hope: with surgery, Amara might regain her sight. The operation was long, delicate, and risky. Chek sat outside the theater, sweating, trembling, this billionaire reduced to a broken man who only wanted his woman to see again. At last, the surgeon came out. It will take time for her eyes to adjust, but she can see. The day her bandages were removed, Amora blinked against the light. The first image she saw was Chike, tears streaming down his face, holding her hand. "So this is you," she whispered, touching his face with both hands now, seeing and feeling at once. "You are even more beautiful than I imagined." Chapter 7, Love Without Bounds. Their love became legend. Chike married her in a ceremony that shook the city, not with grandeur, but with sincerity. Politicians, business tycoons, villagers, and beggars all gathered to see the blind girl who had captured the richest man's heart. As she walked down the aisle, Amora carried not a bouquet, but her mended flute. And when she played, the sound was no longer sorrowful, but joyful, a song of victory, love, and light. Chike whispered to her as they exchanged vows. "I was blind all my life, Amora, until I met you. You showed me what love truly means." And as the crowd cheered, they knew theirs was not just a story of beauty and wealth, but of two souls who saw with the eyes of the heart.